Next speaker, Ms. Andreasen.
Thank you, President. We are about to allow the EU to finance itself directly from taxpayers' pockets, without negotiations with anybody, not even the Council. We cannot think that giving the EU tax raising powers without normal democratic scrutiny is acceptable. It is not. In addition, the legal argument on which this House is trying to base the establishment of an FTT is incorrect. The different sizes of the financial industry in some Member States are not an indication of distorted competition, but rather due to historic developmental differences. This should never have been interpreted as a reason for tax harmonisation. Furthermore, the European Commission proposes to tax both sides of the transaction. And when one of the parties is not a signatory to the treaty, then the other party would raise both amounts. What would then happen to the UK veto? It would be useless. The UK taxpayer would end up paying the tax for all transactions that involve Member States who have signed the treaty. However, it would not enjoy the reduction on the EU contribution as it has not signed up this treaty. Of course, this House and the Commission must know that inasmuch as the FTT does not become a global tax, the financial sector could move to other, more tax-friendly locations. But they feel the EU can afford the loss of this very important industry. It cannot. Thank you.
Honourable Andreasen.
Ms. Andreasen, would you be willing to take a question from Ms. Ford?
Prego, Honourable Ford.
Thank you, Ms Andreasen. You have just spoken against the FTT. Could you explain why your colleague Godfrey Bloom was not in committee, nor were you as his substitute member, when this was first voted on in committee 2 years ago? The vote went 22 to 22. You, UKIP, could have stopped it. You were also not in critical votes last week, where votes were again lost by just one member.
Thank you, Chair. I share my time between the Budget Committee, the Budgetary Control Committee, the Economic and Monetary Affairs Committee, the Petitions Committee, the Crisis Committee and the SURE Committee. Okay? And sometimes these committees happen to have the meetings at the same time. In the last vote on the financial transaction tax, I sent Mr. Paksas to vote, Mr. Paška to vote in my place with my voting list. So in fact my vote was there and I was represented by somebody else. Thank you.